Vanantari Jamuna Tira Vanantari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Hari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Hari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamuna Tira Vanantari Jamuna Tira Vanantari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Bol, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaura Pimanandi Dayam Vishupad Paramahamsa Pri Vrajagacharya Stotra Satta Sri Simad His Divine Grace Shirabai Charanarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind Ki Skandi Biti Founder Acharyas Divine Grace Sri Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Samavata Bhakti Vrind Ki Harinam Sankirtan Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Dainitai Gaura Pimanande all that is to be assembled devotees, all that is to be assembled devotees, all that is to be assembled devotees, all that is to Sri Guru and to Sri Gauranga, all that is to Sri Prabhupada ki. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Sarakaya Tatsuranmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Sakanvitam Scha He Krishna Kaduna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, let us first offer respectful obeisances unto Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto Nara, Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayasa badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamasloke Bhaktir Bhaviti Naistiki. By regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering a service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome within the heart becomes destroyed practically to nil, and loving devotional service unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, becomes established as an irrevocable fact. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Sakara Bhagavan Rishi Nishreyasaya Lokasya Dhanyam Swasyayanam Mahat. The Srimad Bhagavatam, known as the Grantaraj, the king of all Vedic literatures, is the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled by the incarnation of God, the Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Sarabhyaya Namaha.
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 Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripa tamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam yatkripa tamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna. Nandeshwar Prabhu, the Tulsi in the back, some Tulsi there, it's like as if somebody walked through there. Just take 2 minutes now. Just put them straight. Okay. You're a little bit of a gardener. He has 60 guava trees in his village. 60. Guava. Guava. Trees.
I never heard that word.
No? This is a guava tree.
Yeah, but I never heard that word.
The
Guava.
What is it? Oh.
That's new. I heard maybe cow, maybe.
It means he is very old, wealthy.
Very old?
Wealthy.
Yeah, very wealthy. They're
60
wealthy.
guava trees.
Anyone who has land, guava trees, cows, is.
Here is guava is happening. Going,
Yeah, we have this guava tree there. Yeah.
they're fruit giving. They're fruit giving.
Yeah, all the fruits already we offer to Krishna and Balaram. Next time when you come, we'll give you guava.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Prepared.
They're very sweet. Our guava here is very sweet.
My favorite guava.
As a,
We have also here red guava.
oh, wow, red guava. Yeah, there are different varieties. Okay, we'll keep the guavas for later on this morning. And we are reading from Canto number 1, chapter 9, entitled The Passing Away of Bhishmadev. Let's see. Yes, we read. Okay, we read 15 and 16 yesterday, correct? So today's 17. Text 17. Tasmad idam daiva.
Daiva.
That most important word, daiva. Tantram
Tantram.
vyavasya
Vyavasya.
bharatarshava.
Bhattashava.
Yeah, some like this. Anyways, yeah. You don't move them, just put them straight. Yeah. Just a few minutes. Bharatarshava
Bhattashava.
tasyanuvihito
Tasyanubhito.
anataha
Anatha.
natha
Natha.
pahi
Pahi.
prajaha
Prajaha.
prabho
Prabho.
tasmadidam daivam tantram
Tasmatidam daivam tantram.
vyavasya bharatarshava
Vyavasya bharatarshava.
tasyanuvihito natha
Tasyanuvihito natha.
Natha pahi praja prabho
Natha pahi praja prabho.
tasmadidam daivam tantram
Tasmamidam daiva tantram.
vyavasya bharatarshava
Vyavasya bharatashrabha.
tasyanuvihito natha
Tasyavinito natha.
natha pahi praja prabho
Natha pahi praja prabho.
tasmadidam daivam tantram
Tasmadidam daiva tantram.
vyavasya bharatarshava
Vyavasya bharatashrabha.
tasyanuvihito natha
Tasyanuvihito natha.
natha pahi praja prabho
Natha pahi praja prabho.
Tasmad idam daiva tantram
tasmadidam daiva tantram
vyavasa bharatarshava
vyavasya bharatarshava
tasyanubihito anatha
tasyanuvihito natha
natha pahi praja prabho
natha pahi praja prabho
Tasmadidam daiva tantram.
tasmadidam daivam tantram
Vyavasya bharatashrabha.
vyavasya bharatarshava
Tasyanuvihito natha.
tasyanuvihito natha
Natha pahi prajaha prabho.
natha pahi praja prabho tasmat
Tasmat.
therefore
Therefore.
idam
Idam.
this
This.
daivam tantram
Daiva tantram.
daiva tantram
Daiva tantram.
enchantment of providence only
Providence only.
vyavasya
Vyavasya. Certain.
bharata rishabha
Bharata Rishabha.
O best among
among
the descendants of Bharata,
the descendants of Bharat.
Bharat, yeah. Tasya,
Tasya
by him,
by him
anvuhitaha, I'm
anvihitaha
sorry, anuvihitaha,
anuvihitaha
as desired,
as desired.
anataha,
Anataha
helpless,
helpless.
nata,
Natha
O Master,
O Master
pahi,
Pahi
just take care of,
just take care of
prajaha,
Prajaha
of the subjects,
of the subjects.
Prabho,
Prabhu
O Lord.
O Lord.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
O best among the descendants of Bharat, Yudhishthira, I maintain, therefore, that all this is within the plan of the Lord. Accepting the inconceivable plan of the Lord, you must follow it. You are now the appointed administrative head, and, my Lord, you should now take care of those subjects who are now rendered helpless. Kindly repeat after me. O best among the descendants of Bharat,
O best among the descendants of Bharata,
Yudhishthira,
Yudhishthira,
I maintain, therefore,
I maintain therefore
that all this
that all this
is within the plan of the Lord,
is within the plan of the Lord.
accepting the inconceivable plan of the Lord,
Accepting the inconceivable plan of the Lord,
you must follow it.
you must follow it.
You are now
You are now
the appointed administrative head,
the appointed administrative head,
and, my Lord,
and my Lord,
you should now take care
you should now take care
of those subjects
of those subjects
who are now rendered helpless.
who are now rendered helpless.
Report. The popular saying is that a housewife teaches the daughter-in-law by teaching the daughter. A housewife teaches the daughter-in-law by teaching the daughter. Similarly, the Lord teaches the world by teaching. The devotee does not have to learn anything new from the Lord, because the Lord teaches the sincere devotee always from within. Whenever, therefore, a show is made to teach the less intelligent men, a devotee's duty, therefore, is to ungrudgingly as a benediction. The benediction. The Pandavas were advised by Bhishma Dev to accept the responsibility of administration without hesitation. The poor subjects were without protection due to the battle of Kurukshetra, and they were awaiting the assumption of power of Maharaj Yudhishthira. A pure devotee of the Lord accepts tribulations as favors from the Lord. Since the Lord is absolute, there is no mundane difference between the two. Translation is within the plan of the Lord. Accepting the in modern day life, so much of the culture. Yeah.
And young wives are hating the mother of their husband most of the time.
Yeah, there's
I mean, not hating, but they are competing.
there's many irregularities are there.
Sorry.
So it's very interesting here how in the text itself, grandfather Bhishma Dev, who's so much senior, he's senior in age
Yeah.
and senior in terms of, he's an incarnation of Jamaraj. He's, he's, uh, no, Bhishmadev is not incarnation of Jamaraj.
Yeah.
Actually, Yudhisthira is incarnation of Jamaraj, but he is, he's well versed in Shastra. He's one of the 12 Mahajans. And although he's very senior, he's addressing Yudhisthira Maharaj as my lord. To point out, actually, this is the message he is conveying here, that all of this whole event of the Battle of Kurukshetra, that has been arranged and orchestrated actually by Krishna. It is beyond our control and understanding. And for the purpose of you actually accepting the responsibility of being not just ordinary king, but actually the emperor. What's the difference between a king and an emperor? A king has one small kingdom, but an emperor, he oversees many kingdoms. There are many kings under him. Chakravarti. Yes.
Under him, but he have some kind of power.
Yes, he's like.
They are independent. Remain independent.
Yes, it's like like here in India, there are many ministers, and like each state has a chief minister. But for the country, there is a prime minister. Prime means topmost. Yeah, prime.
Emperor is Prime Minister.
Emperor is like prime. Yeah, prime minister for the whole world. Yeah, emperor. So he's addressing Yudhisthira because everyone in the kingdom is subordinate, is actually meant to give honor and respect and to recognize. And here he is mentioning also that he's using twice the word anata, anat and nat. All of us in the material world, until we come in contact with Krishna, we are anatta. Orphans. Nowadays, actually, there are many orphans in the world. If someone was to take some statistics, in all likelihood, the largest number of orphans in the world is in our modern times. Yeah.
And some birds are in your room.
Birds in my room.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Anat birds.
Anat.
Yeah, unprotected animal.
Yes. Yes, they're taking shelter of my kutir for protection because
open window.
Nice roof is there. So actually, everyone needs shelter. Everyone needs to be protected, and that is actually the foremost duty of a king. What are the three areas of responsibility for a king? We were discussing the other day. There's one word that we can remember, and it is
Paw.
paw. Paw. Actually, we say paw. Paw is like a bear, the hand of a bear. That's called paw.
Protection, administration,
Lion.
And
Protection.
protection, administration, and W means welfare. 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 In Sanskrit, welfare means upakar. Para upakar. Devotees, they are the greatest welfare workers. In one lecture, actually, Prabhupada tells, whoever is a social worker, if you really want to be a social worker, you become a devotee of Krishna. Yeah. Because devotees have the most important responsibility to actually help at all levels, to help physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So that's why that very nice verse, actually there are two verses that underline this principle, that the process of bhakti, devotional service, anyone who is practicing bhakti, anyone who is teaching bhakti, he is actually engaged in the highest welfare, and he is giving the best protection. What is the best protection we can give? Just like Prahlad Maharaj, because he was a fully surrendered devotee, he was fully protected by the Lord, to the extent that the Lord actually came out of a pillar to physically destroy the personality who was trying to harm Prahlad Maharaj. Yeah.
And his paw protected.
Yes.
A lot.
So protection, unless, just like, yeah. So what are those two important verses? One is, I would say, more known than the other one, but they are very similar. The first one in the first canto, Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo, when we actually know about the Param Dharma. Because unless one is practicing Dharma, then one will not understand this whole idea of protection. So, Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo, what is that verse? You know that verse? Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo, Tato Bhakti Radhok Saje, Ahai Tuki Apratihata, Yayatma Suprasidati. So Prabhupada explains, Hare Krishna.
Good environment.
Yes. So Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmati. Atma, Prabhupada explains, means when one is nicely engaged in activities of bhakti, devotional service, which is the param dharma, then everything connected with Atma, because Atma means the body, Atma means the mind, Atma means the spirit soul also. Atma can mean many, like in Sanskrit, the same word will have different meaning. And the other verse is spoken by Narada Muni in the 7th canto. And it begins with Dharma. Dharma mulam hi bhagavan sarva vedamayo harihi smritam cha tadidam rajan yena chatma prasidati. What is meaning of prasidati?
Prasidati means
Suprasidati, prasidati, suprasidati means provide. They probably, yeah.
Prasidati means provide, maybe.
To give, to prasidati. All of the, yeah. So when, so this point is being made here by Grandfather Bhishmadev, that my dear Yudhishthira Maharaj, uh, my Lord. He's addressing him, my Lord, to indicate now you have to assume this most important responsibility of becoming king, actually becoming emperor, to protect, because now after whenever there is a war, so many people are left unprotected, isn't it? All the people who died, some of them were fathers, some of them were sons, some of them were uncles, like that. If anyone is coming, you can go. If
No, he's doing working. Okay.
yeah. So therefore, um, it was very urgently needed that Maharaj Yudhisthira fully assume and accept his role, his new role as actually the emperor, because for so many years we were discussing, for 95 years practically, or over 80 years, they were struggling, the Pandavas, in so many ways. They were being prevented from taking on their real role and position as leaders in the kingdom. So these are two important lessons that are mentioned here, um, that the Lord teaches through His devotees. Uh, and in order to know the Lord, we must know His devotees. Uh, Krishna explains actually that the I am in the heart of my devotees. So the more we can interact with devotees, the more we can serve the devotees, the more we can honor devotees, then we are in this way uh, learning to serve Krishna, learning to respect Krishna, and Krishna becomes very, very favorably disposed, very pleased when he sees that we are uh, nicely interacting and serving his devotees. In other words, the best way that we can actually serve Krishna, the best way we can actually please Krishna is how?
By serving his devotees.
By serving his devotees, by pleasing his devotees. Because the devotees of the Lord are very dear to him. What is that nice verse that Lord Shiva has spoken also? Um,
Your devotees are often sacrificed.
yes.
Except poison.
That Parvati was asking Lord, she was asking Shiva, who is the topmost? There's so many great personalities in the world. Who is the topmost personality? Because is Vishnu. That verse is not coming to mind. And after explaining that that Vishnu is the topmost personality.
Raghu Maharaj also, Raghu Rishi also tested them with
Yeah, there's a whole nice story about that also. Yes. Then then Lord Shiva explained, but higher. What is the highest worship? Higher than Vishnu is to worship actually those who are very dear to Vishnu, isn't it? Anything which is connected with Vishnu, when we give attention to that. So who are very dear to Vishnu or to Krishna? The Brahmanas.
Brahmana.
Brahmanas. You don't know? Brahmanas and the devotees. The devotees of the Lord are very, very dear to him. The Brahmanas in society, because they are cultivating this knowledge. The cows are very, very dear to the Lord. Mother Bhumi, the earth, also very, very dear. So that is why in the Vedic culture we give a special care, we give special care and attention to those especially who are dear to Krishna. And when we are not attentive in giving, especially if we, for example, offend devotees, or if we neglect the cows, if we neglect Mother Bhumi, if we, as we are doing today in modern day society, if we exploit and destroy or harm or give any suffering, then Krishna becomes very not at all pleased, yeah, and we get very heavy karmic reaction. So this is being conveyed here. Tadiya. What is Tadiya? Tadiyanam. That's part of that verse. Tadiya. Tadiya.
Means your.
Pure?
Your.
Your.
If I say Tadiya, it means your.
Okay.
Tadiya devotee means your devotee.
Yes.
Like this.
So what is the word in Sanskrit for worship?
Worship means archanam, puja, archanam.
Okay, yes, Arsanam. Yes, I'm just trying to remember that verse. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, it will come later on.
Sarva Bhuteshu Yah Pashyat Bhagavad Bhavam Atmano Bhutani Bhagavat Atmani Yesha Bhagavatottama.
That's spoken by Lord Shiva?
No, that's
Okay.
spoken by Sri Javier. But the same meaning.
Yeah. There are many verses that will convey.
In the purport, someone gives this.
Right. Yeah. Actually, that's
Aradhananam
and
Sarvesham.
that's the one I'm looking for. Aradhananam Sarvesham.
Vishnu Aradhanam Param.
But yes.
Tasmat Parataram Devi Tadiyanam
Samarsanam. Tadiya.
Oh, the
Yeah.
most exact system.
Yeah, you can read.
Is the worship of Vishnu. Greater than that is the worship of Tadiya, or anything belonging to Vishnu.
Yes. So Vishnu is the greatest personality to worship, but greater than the worship of Vishnu is what is dear or close to Vishnu. And the verse begins again by Aradhananam Sarvesham. Aradhananam Sarvesham. Yes. So that is the science, the great science of Krishna consciousness. That is that is especially described in the Bhagavatam, and so yes, for a king to please, because king is like in Brahmana are. Why are Brahmanas so important? Because they directly represent the Lord, isn't it? They are primarily focused on teaching about Krishna, and their whole life is meant to be dedicated to the Lord. So they are very dear to the Lord. And similarly, the kings are also representative of Krishna, because they are meant to uphold dharma, isn't it? By the first of those three activities, by protecting citizens, by protecting dharma itself, isn't it? We see descriptions of every day the king, that was part of his daily schedule. Every day the king would be available in the court if anyone had any complaint.
Special time.
Yes, there was a designated time where he was free specifically to meet the ordinary common people, and they could present any kind of problem they had, and he would immediately give solution. You know, there are court cases that go on for years, 10 years, 20 years. Yes. So,
no solution.
right, no justice. Yeah. So in the Vedic culture, that was a very nice system. Court system was there because dharma actually means law. Right? One of the meanings of dharma. So when we follow dharma, we follow the law. And actually, in different countries, every country has some, like, justice department, law enforcement. So the closer, that is not happening today, but if we have Rajarshi, Raja who are not only Raja, but Raja who are also Rishi. That is the meaning of Rajarshi. So, in other words, to have ideal society, he must know the science of what is called Kshatriyahood. He must know the science. So that's why in Gurukul, and always, yes, he is always he is always within the heart of the living entity, ready to give good. Therefore, whenever therefore a show is made to devotee, as in the case which is given to Arjuna, it is intelligent men. So, what was it mentioned about in the heart here? Beginning.
Beginning of the purport.
Beginning of the purport. Second line, third line.
Third line.
Okay, the devotee does not have to learn anything new from the Lord, because the Lord teaches the sincere devotee always from within. From within.
So they don't need to be teached by these circumstances, these situations. But
yes,
there are two types of devotees.
yes,
So the conditioner and this.
yes. So here it mentions the sincere devotee. Those who are sincere devotees, the Lord who is within our heart, He will
Yeah.
guide.
We have only one shelter, not many.
Yes, yes.
Otherwise, they will hear different voices.
So that means we have to become sincere. The more we are sincere, Krishna within our heart, He will be guiding. Yeah. Sarvasya chaha so mapohancha. I'm seated in everyone's heart, and from comes knowledge, uh, remembrance, and forgetfulness. Yes.
It's very interesting here that because we know that, I mean, before that he acts as a condition, so makes seemingly mistakes. But here he declared, I am Mahajan, so you can maybe hear so many advices or opinions, but no, please fix your mind. I am your Mahajan
Yes.
advisor.
Yes.
That's the Lord's plan. Don't speculate anymore.
Yeah.
Just get your job and
Yeah. Well, he's not telling directly, listen
yeah,
to me, I'm Marjan,
yeah.
but,
But
but we understand. That, yes, yes. Yeah, he's
the way how he's expressing
correct.
it,
He's speaking from authority,
yeah,
just spontaneously, simultaneously.
and that's very nice what you told because it's a little bit confusing because in the translation is a capital L, the Lord, but I think it's mistake.
No, no, it's here is not capital.
Capital L, the Lord, the
Oh,
last Lord.
no, no, here it's the one I have is not.
Yeah, that's the good. But here,
You
um,
know,
oh Lord,
okay,
big capital O and big capital Lord. That's I think is mistake
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because we use capital only for the supreme person, but here this O
Oh,
Lord is
can you read me your translation?
O best among the descendants of Bharata.
Yeah,
You still I maintain therefore that all this is within the plan of the Lord. That's capital okay.
right,
Accepting incarnate plan of the Lord, you must follow. It's only you,
right,
not O Lord, you must follow.
right.
Oh, and my Lord, yeah, that's
At the end,
and my Lord, you should not take care of. Yeah, that's sure. So I mean, here in the word by word translation is mistake. Is giving "O Lord" with the capital. In that
where's
translation is okay.
the translation? Uh,
In the word by word
oh, in the word by
translation,
word,
the last
okay, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the subjects.
a little mistake,
Correct. Yes, yes.
but that's very
Tabo.
very very correct. Oh my Lord, that he accepted Yudhishthir before the initiation of.
Correct.
He's happy because no,
Yes.
you are the emperor.
Correct.
That was my vow. I have to serve that emperor.
Yes.
I know the emperor is a perfect
Yeah, correct. Yes.
person
Yeah.
appointed by the Lord.
Correct.
So he's really happy. At
Yes.
least for a few days he can serve
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
by giving advice
Yes.
to the
Yes. 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 That was in the Vedic culture the way in which elders in society they would do that was their seva to the
yeah,
younger upcoming
like when
yes
peace comes.
uh,
That is family. You are have to follow this.
yes yes
That's
yeah
the
yeah
elderly
yes
person.
yes that is a special duty and seva actually for everyone has seva and society that's a special responsibility and that is why it is mentioning how in the Vedic culture I think it's definitely in the Mahabharata and also Bhagavatam that the younger generation they should yeah for some many uh, people in Vedic culture who would take on that position they were already vanaprastha states because they're elderly, they have so much of experience of life and they have so much of knowledge, so they become.
Say that
Yes,
Krishna
yes, yes,
is the artist.
yes,
So that's the beauty of the order, the best guidance. For this morning,
yes, yes,
like Prabhupada,
yes,
very nicely
yeah,
planned.
yes.
Perfect plan.
Yeah, and then we can pray for the ultimate goal, which is given by Lord Chaitanya for Tulasi Devi,
Yes,
for
yeah, yeah,
service in the spiritual
yes,
world.
yes. Therefore, it is Mangala,
Yeah, Mangala Mangala.
Mangala, Mangala.
And that's Prabhupada understanding. To this generation, they will not chant for Krishna full-heartedly at the beginning of the morning program. They will just mix with so many other desires. They need to wake up
Mm.
by this Gurvastakam
Gurvas
prayer.
compares. Yes, yes, yes. Nice.
Maybe some advanced devotee they could
Mm.
immediately chant about the
Right. But yeah, that is how we approach the Lord
yeah.
through his
And
representatives.
they are preaching movements, so we have to not only elevated devotees coming together early morning and chanting the Ashtakali.
Yes. Okay. Bhagavatam ki.
Jai.
Jai Sri Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
All the Premanande.
Hari Hari.